Proposition 341, Project Survival. A group of the smartest 1% of all bachelor's, master's, and PhD students across the globe, each holding an optional paid 2-year term directly after graduation and before entering the workforce, could morph into what I coined the World Arbitration Council. Made from the brightest minds, each holding 2-year terms and breaking into groups to tackle all the issues presented to them, helping countries negotiate compromises and determining where people or resources need to move away from or flock to for optimal logistics, among many other independent recommendations they would be making regularly. Proposition 342. A World Arbitration Council could take each issue and provide unbiased and rational options. The people impacted by that decision would be the ones who would need to vote. The Council offers ideas and tries to cover a wide array of the best ideas, but the people still need to choose. When that choice is divided, then people can either live under a rule they did not want or move to an area that follows their preferences. Open borders and global equality lets people of similar preferences share locales, offering as many people as possible the best quality of life possible. Proposition 343. Without a global peacekeeping body where ideas generate, nurture, and foster across some of our planet's smartest individuals, we are stuck with iron-fisted rulers, self-serving puppets, and disparate allocations of global resources. Instead, if we ever want to see 100 billion humans flourishing across our star system, we must begin to set aside our petty differences and learn to cooperate and compromise as a single species sharing a big wet rock that we are borrowing from our grandchildren. Proposition 344. Few bigots, racists, or others spewing hate grasp how long our species looked significantly similar to each other before subtle differences evolved recently. It has only been during the most recent 0.01% of humanoid evolution where things like skin color, eye shape, and other features evolved differently enough from each other to see different races of the same species. We are all time-traveling biped mutant spawns of stellar puke with nearly the same DNA, and not one of us has the right to claim superiority or preferential treatment over any other. Proposition 345. When every person on this planet has access to the internet and a cell phone, something that could be less than a decade away, then we no longer need to worry about term limits because we no longer need politicians. An unbiased council offering solutions only needs people to vote. It does not need people who have stopped acting in the best interest of their constituents and instead regularly misdirect and redirect public resources away from the public. The graft and corruption of political power are no longer needed in a society where voting is sacred and secure and simple. Short term, we should require IQ tests to become politicians. Proposition 346. Term limits only happen when we vote out all incumbents and start fresh with new blood. Putting an end to dictatorships would also need to happen, and those currently in power could be bought out and relinquish control, or become isolated from all global trading and assistance and be banned from partaking in the Olympics. 2 generations is all it would take to see a global society of equals beginning to see how easy it is to flourish when wealth is not hoarded. Proposition 347. Until such time as humanity can truly flourish and people are safe from those who wish to hurt them or steal from them, we should be relying on Big Brother. We are not far off from being able to record most public areas, and AI can assist in reviewing the data as it records to locate instances where police assistance or intervention may be needed. Those found guilty would need to work off their time in exercise facilities that capture the energy of their misdeeds with increased sentences for repeat offenders. Proposition 348. Our future is in jeopardy as long as wars loom on the horizon. We must realize that nobody wins if a single nation strives for world dominance, and we only win as a species when we begin to unite as a species. Only through global cooperation, where nationalism takes a backseat to humanism, might we actually ignite the spark needed to change our planet forever. Otherwise, what we end up igniting might just be the end of all we have worked so hard to achieve.